Muslims, we also have to call our fellow Muslims to task, because we too are a community that is not living up to its ideals. We too are a community that is not fulfilling its highest principles. We're a people that believe in the verse, وَقُولِ لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا, speak good to people, speak beautifully to people. Are we speaking beautifully to people? Are we speaking beautifully to people? Are we talking about our fellow Jews, our fellow Christians, our fellow citizens of this country in the best way? We can criticize. There's nothing wrong with criticism when it's constructive, but if we denigrate and demonize, then we are not following the book of God. This is not the book of God. So we have to call the Muslims to task. We have to recognize that we live in a country that has a just wage law, and yet I know of no Muslim country that has a just wage law. There are Muslim countries in which people are in bondage, are in next to servitude that is nothing less than slavery. This is happening in Muslim countries today, and there's much. You can see all of the research that has been done in this area. So we have to call the Muslims to task. We have to ask the Muslims, are they living up to the creed? لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of you truly believes until you want for your fellow man what you want for yourself. Are we living up to that creed? Do we want death and destruction on people that we perceive as our enemies? The American people are not the enemies of Islam. The American administration currently has gross injustices in the Muslim world, and we condemn them with all of our heart, just as many Americans who marched in the cold, who marched in rain and sleet and snow to say not in our name. We have to condemn those acts of the American administration, but also recognize that those acts are not necessarily representative of the American people. There are many good people in this country that are losing sleep over the people that are dying in places like Afghanistan, in places like Iraq. So we have to recognize that the American people and the American administration are two different things. Now that brings me to an important point. I personally believe that it is extremely important that Islam does not become democratic or Republican or libertarian or independent. Islam transcends political parties. Islam is not the party of Republicans. Islam is not the religion of Republicans. It's not the religion of Democrats. It's not the religion of independents or any other political group. It is the religion of God in our belief. And it is the religion that was offered as a gift to humanity. Republicans are welcome to it. Democrats are welcome to it. Barack Obama is welcome to it. So is Mr. McCain. And so is Sarah Palin, if I got her name right. They're all welcome to it. And if they don't want it, that's fine too. Because we can live together. It's a big world. There's lots of room for everybody. Paradise is a big place. It's bigger than the heavens and the earth. There's plenty of room in paradise. I want everybody to get in there personally. I want everybody to get in there. I don't want a paradise like a private palace that I preserve for myself. I want to see everybody in there. We have Muslims that think paradise is like a convention center. You block it up for yourself and no other group can come. We have Muslims that believe that. This group or that group, they have their convention center and they can't wait till the day of judgment to watch themselves go in and everybody else says, for members only. For members only. That's not paradise in my understanding. So we have to recognize Islam cannot be a party religion. Muslims voted, many of the Muslims voted for the Republicans 8 years ago. And then were shocked by what happened. Welcome to American politics. Welcome to American politics. Some of you are learning. It takes a little time. We're on a learning curve. Politicians always make promises. That's why they're politicians. The ground of politics is compromise. The ground of religion is principle. We don't compromise religious principles. Politicians will always compromise. The ground of religion is principle. Religion is there to speak truth to power. It's to remind politicians you are public servants. And I want to remind all of you, get out and vote. There should be a mass vote of Muslims. I am totally against war. I am against war in all of its modern manifestations because all I see is human suffering when I see war. And